Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Jordan Wicks.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Suzuki has a beat on it. He makes the grab, and there's one down. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Wicks. He isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. That one almost got him.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the veteran first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. What does she need to do in order to get deeper into the game?
Well, I'd say it's command of the secondary pitches, because when you're talking about
swings and misses, and a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and pitching here today, Tyler Glasnow.
For the Cubs.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Hernandez hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And the pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Kicks and deals. Set down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Batting third.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger.
Glasnow ready to deal. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
2 down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here comes the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 outs. Ripped to third. Muncy sends it to first. And Bellinger is out. What a play. Inning over. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Chris, he's a former Hank Aaron Award winner, which means he was named the best overall offensive performer in his league. Check swing, no appeal.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
And that one fouled off. And now 2-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Now here is James Outman. Left field. Hat pulls that one down.
Batting 7, the catcher, Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Step off, throw to first, and he just got his hand in there. Two outs. Runner takes off in the dirt. Blocked. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. At the belt and fires. And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a...
And a swing and a miss. That's out number 3. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Now to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at the friendly confines. And now the DH, Patrick Wisdom.
Patrick Wisdom.
The pitch. Misses outside, and it's 2-1. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Outman under it. And it's caught for the out.
Batting 5th, the shortstop,
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Next one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Second inning here, no score. That one misses. 3-1. Righty to the plate. That's in there.
Then, boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 1 out, base is empty.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
In the air, left field. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two down, nobody on. And another ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. And the Cubs are down in order. We'll move to the here at Wrigley Field. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. The wide to kick the pitch. Now a check swing, but he held up.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And another ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Muncy hits a high fly ball, right field. Suzuki ranging back, hauls it in on the warning track.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Chris Taylor now. 1 down, base is empty. Out there to center. Bellinger drifts towards it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This to center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. So up now for Chicago, Christopher Morel. Just missed.
2-1.
And a strike in there. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
The catcher, Yan Gomes.
Here's Yan Gomes. 1-1 now.
Ball, that's just out.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Stays alive.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Yan Gomes waits, cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
The 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time. This one high in the air to left center. Sizes this one up. And the inning is over. 4th, still scoreless. On to the 4th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And now the lefty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The wind of the pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Just missed.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And another ball.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
Shohei Ohtani waiting for a turn at the plate. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike. 3-2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. On the ground, could be two. One at second. On to Santana, two.
Pretty lengthy at bat right there, and usually the hitter wins that battle after seeing so many pitches, but instead the exact opposite, or maybe even worse than that, grounds into a double play. Tough at bat to swallow.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Two outs. High fly ball out towards left field. And that should be extra bases. Round second, digging for third. Oh, the throw is over his head.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. That one in there across the letters. The Dodgers with a chance to score first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. That misses the zone. Ball 2. And delivers outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to is just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And a count 1-2. 4th inning underway, no score. And that's outside. Now 2-2. This to third. Fires across the diamond. Third out. Dodgers strand a couple. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom 4. Here's Nico Hoerner.
The second baseman.
Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And a pitch. On the ground to third. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. And a swing and a miss. All tied up here in the third and final game of the series. That one ripped right center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Relay throw to third. In there safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel it.
That's towards center. Outman settles under this one. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Patrick Wisdom. 2 outs, base is empty. And another ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So it's 1 run. And we're back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Will Smith.
The catcher, Will Smith.
Next pitch downstairs, and it's 2-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Almonte getting loose as well. On the ground, right side. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
The third baseman, number 13, Max.
Here comes Max Muncy. And a pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now it's 1-2. And another ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That misses the zone. Full count now. Chris Taylor waits on deck. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Left-hand hitter waits. And he grounds one back up the middle, and that one finds its way through.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to... New arm out of the bullpen, Keegan Thompson. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. And now the right fielder, Chris Taylor. That one not close. And that's ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Fought off foul. The Dodgers down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Bounce to the left side. To second, there's one, and a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Now a chance for Mookie Betts. In the air, right side. Suzuki has a beat on it. Hauls it in to end the inning. 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate.
So here's an interesting note on Glasnow. He's been known to look at photos of people he doesn't like before it starts. It's a way for him to kind of get angry, and then he carries that anger out to the mound to help him pitch. It sounds like a good strategy to me, but I wonder who he's looking at.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Ian Happ up to hit. The pitch. Here's a high fly ball out to center. On his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
The batter, the third baseman, Christopher.
Now the third baseman, Christopher Morel. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Two down, nobody on. And that one wrapped foul.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Upstairs.
2 balls.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still tied 1-1. Back here at the friendly confines. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Miguel Rojas. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And another ball. Action in the pen down there. Hector Neris. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Righty delivers. Falling behind 2-1. Right-handed reliever. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Wouldn't chase that time. Teoscar Hernandez waiting to bat for the Dodgers. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. Got him looking. 2 away.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Makes the play, and it's out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Here at Wrigley Field, and now Yan
The catcher,
Gomes.
Yan.
The 1-1.
Go.
And a foul ball. And a pitch. That one misses, and it's 2-2. And the righty deals. Gets a piece and stays alive. And the pitch. High fly ball out into left center field. Outman makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. And next for the Cubs, Carlos Santana.
Carlos.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. One down, base is empty. On the ground to first. And it gets by him.
The batter, number 2.
There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Hector Neris. And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman.
33. James Outman.
Left-hand batter waits. In there at the knees for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Got a good eye there.
It's a good take.
Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 3. Out to short, Swanson sends it across to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. One down, base is empty. In for a strike, and a count 1-2. Kicks and fires. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Max Muncy at the dish.
Number 13, Max Muncy.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two outs. Pitch misses there. And the count is even, 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And he deals. That's out to center field. And that is that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Daniel Hudson. He last pitched 2 days ago. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strike.
And that's outside. And that's ball 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
The 1-1.
Ball, that's outside.
The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Joe Kelly, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Kicks and deals. In the air out to center. Hernandez ranging after it. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Patrick Wisdom, the next Cub to hit. Ground ball right side. Rojas with the throw to first. And that is the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Mark Leiter Jr. And now the right fielder, Chris Taylor. Now a screamer into the outfield. And there's a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Mookie now. The other way. Makes the grab, 1 down. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Ground ball right side, could be 2. They put the tag on him, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Home half of inning number 8. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Joe Kelly.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
That misses the zone. 2-1. A little bit low.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And the 3-1. There's a swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. One down, base is empty. Fouled off. He was late. Next offering is down low. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. J.P. Fireisen getting loose out there. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Bounced up the middle. Rojas to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
So a change being made at first base, and on a run for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. 1 down, runner at first. So up now for Chicago, Christopher Morel.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Got him! And there's 2 away.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now the Cubs catcher, Yan Gomes. Here's a 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Check on the runner. Crow Armstrong back in on a dive. That misses. And now 3-1. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
3-1 now. And fouled off.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And the right-hander deals. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two outs. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a pop-up. He's under it. Brings it in. And that will end the inning. Cubs leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Now into the ball game on defense, Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll be out in left field. Adbert Alzolay on to pitch out of the pen here. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
On the ground, right side, and it's just foul. That was close. 1-2 now. Got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Digging in, Shohei Ohtani. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Hammered on the line, base hit.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The pitch. Bounce to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first. Gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat. Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
Man on second, 2 down. To third, Morel. Zips it to first, and that is that. So 1 hit is all they get, and 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Evan Phillips. This is his 5th appearance of the year. And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. And that's a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's to third. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. And next for the Cubs, Nico Horner. Here comes a pitch. Got him. And 1 out now.
Man, he had the stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. And another ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Fought off foul. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. What a stop. Betts tossed to second. Double play. And we're headed to extra innings.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn. And they're out of this jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Man at second. Ground ball left side. Throw on to Santana. 1 away in the top half of the 10th.
The third baseman, number 13.
And now here is Max Muncy. On the ground, right side. Down the line, and it's foul. The extra innings rule placing a runner on second to begin the inning was a big move for baseball in 2020. So, Chris, how has that changed? And a swing and a miss, and now 2 gone.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a...
On the ground, sizzling on its way to the outfield. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
No, that at-bat had a lot riding
The
on it.
shortstop.
Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's Mookie Betts. 2 outs. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. You're a little late, opposite field not.
1 run across in the frame so far, and here in extra innings. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and the home team down a run. On to the bottom of the 10th. Here's Cody Bellinger.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
And a count 1-2.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Goes down looking. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Patrick Wisdom.
Patrick.
So the tying run at second. Up and in, and it's 2-1. Rips 1 to right, and there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Phillips is just 1 strike away. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Sizing this one up. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers strand the tying run on base to win it.
Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here, and you got yourself a little bit of breathing room, but you want to keep the same mindset. Let's go into the next place, and let's take that series again.
And your final score here today, 2-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon.